Don't get too many crime noirs nowadays, but I'm really happy that we have this one. What's going on, everyone? Welcome to a brand new movie review. Today I'm going to be discussing Motherless Brooklyn. This film stars Edward Norton, is written by Edward Norton, and is also directed by Edward Norton. We'll also having the likes of Bruce Willis, Dallas Roberts, Willem Dafoe, Gugu Mbatha-Raw, Alec Baldwin, Leslie Mann, Bobby Cannavale, and really a lot of actors that you've probably seen all before. Which is actually surprising, and I actually kind of like when random actors just show up and you're like, hey, I've seen you, I've seen you, I've seen you. Sometimes it takes you out of it. But for this film, it actually fit really well into this noir crime drama, which I was really in for. If you guys are new here, make sure to hit that like and subscribe button though, guys, so you guys never miss out on any early movie reviews like this one. And of course, make sure to comment down below and let me know, are you guys excited for this one? Are you not? Let's discuss it down below in the comments. Motherless Brooklyn is set against the backdrop of 1950s New York, and it follows Lionel, a lonely private detective who is affected with Tourette syndrome as he ventures to solve the murder of a mentor and his only friend. From the trailer on this one, I was really in for this because I miss these crime noirs that we don't get too much nowadays. Personally, the last one I was kind of in the back of my mind thinking about this was The Nice Guys, and I really like the different dynamics on that one. I love what Shane Black did with it, and I was really all in for it. And going to Motherless Brooklyn, when I'm sitting there about to watch it, I'm all in for it. But the thing that kind of tempted me was that runtime. I saw it was 2.5 hours and I said, that's pretty long. Thankfully, what I can say is that Edward Norton made a good film here. He directed greatly. His script, while at times I have some issues with it, which we'll get to, is solid. But the thing that is the most standout big thing of this is his performance and his character, Lionel. That Tourette syndrome that he has, I was very nervous about it. And while I think at times it took away some of the moments and some of the serious tones going on, I thought it actually worked for his character. And it didn't just feel like that typical crime noir that we could have gotten here. Without this character, it would have just been that. And as I sit and think about the film more, that's what I get more from this, is that this film is different because of Lionel and his character and the way that Edward Norton portrays him. We don't have any other films like this or with this kind of protagonist, and I actually really respect what Edward Norton did here and actually appreciate it more than I think many others will, and it actually made me like the film more than I thought I was going to. While I was excited because of the cast, the story here, and even in general what the kind of genre was, I kind of got tempered when you don't hear any really big buzz about this, but I'm glad this was a pleasant surprise. Speaking of other great things in here, every performance in here actually was pretty stellar, and I was really in for all their different characters. While I would have liked to know a little bit more about certain characters, and also one of my cons kind of going back into the script is certain elements are pretty predictable. But again, just because I love Lionel's character so much, I was kind of all in for the story of this, and I felt locked in for those 2 hours and 30 minutes that was going about. Even if I knew what kind of twist and turn was about to happen here, I was still in for it. I wanted more relationships to come about. I wanted him to have more interactions with certain characters, and that's what I got out of this movie, which I appreciated and liked. Other than just the script, I thought the direction was actually really solid for Edward Norton, and I actually would like to see him do another crime noir like this, or in general, maybe even another character story with Lionel, because I appreciated his character so much and really fell in love with the dynamics with him. I think it also proves why Edward Norton is such a versatile actor and performer, especially in this one. You can see it. Cinematography is excellent, and the whole setting and the production design in here really gravitates you in here, but one of the centerpieces of this whole entire film is easily the score. The score not just enhanced every single sequence and mood, but actually really emotionally invested me into a lot of these moments. Speaking of one of the moments that got me pretty emotionally invested was one of the ones in the back half where it was sitting there, and while I said I had some issues with some of the characters not really being fully developed, I still felt very emotional in this one central moment, and I'm just like, I very much relate to what's going on in here, and I like it. I don't think everyone will be struck with emotion in that one certain scene, but for me, it hit me. Before I give you guys my final thoughts on Motherless Brooklyn, make sure to hit that like and subscribe button again. Comment down below and let me know what your guys' thoughts are on the film. And of course, guys, if you guys are new here and you want to check out films early, go over to Sandwich on Films on how to see films early down there. And of course, thank you to you for clicking on this video, and thank you to all my Patreon supporters, because without you, I wouldn't be able to do this. It's these crime noirs, and I'm glad that Edward Norton wrote, directed, and actually acted in here. He gave us one of the most interesting characters of this year, and I hope to see more crime noirs come out and about. I actually would even like a sequel with Lionel's character. I think the interactions that he has with Laura Rose, played by Mbatha, is fantastic. The performances in here by everyone else are good. Willem Dafoe, great. Alec Baldwin, good, even though he is pretty much just playing Alec Baldwin. It can be said about Bruce Willis, but at the same time, I loved Lionel, and I can't express it enough. I loved every dynamic with him, and while I was a little bit worried in the start with his Tourette syndrome, the way they used it throughout the film actually enhanced his character, enhanced every sequence. For a 2.5-hour runtime, by the time you get to the climax, it is a little bit, alright, let's just get this over with. It was a little bit less anticlimactic. Maybe it was just because of how tired I was, maybe it's because this film does drain you a bit because it is 2.5 hours, but I was locked for that 2.5 hours. I appreciate this film, and I hope you guys do go check it out. Support films like this, because we don't get enough like this, and a lot of you guys are asking for these original ideas. Here you go. Even though it does have some predictable twists and turns that you could easily see it within the first 20 minutes, I was all for it. I was still locked in. So with all that said, I'm going to give Motherless Brooklyn a B-. Let me know what your guys' thoughts are on this film. I'm really curious to hear your guys' thoughts again, guys. Comment down below. I'll be right down there commenting with you guys. Thank you guys again so much for watching this. Hit that like and subscribe button. Got tons of early movie reviews coming up in the next couple of weeks. Thank you guys again so much for clicking on this. And of course, until next time, stay classy.